where the real fans meet. I'm your favorite host, Ron G, Mr. Highlights. And we got the professor, Mr. BJ, in the building. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Oh, man, it's a big week. We got money in the bank this week. Are you ready? Are you ready for this show? It's one of my favorite shows of the year. I just love ladder matches. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
right.
I love the chaos and car crash type of thing, But we're gonna speak on Money in the Bank, get our predictions in there for Money in the Bank, and we're gonna speak on, I had last episode, last stream, like when I say, I didn't know our truth was really let go. I thought it was like maybe a prank or a joke from our truth. You know how he is, but now that it's confirmed, I'm getting my different kind of thoughts a little bit on that as well as you are. And then we're gonna talk about Mariah May finally debuting in WWE.
The glamour.
The glamour. So all that and more are right here on the Champions Corner. Thank you for being here. We appreciate y'all. If you watch it later, thank you for watching. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Hit up our sponsor, the Champions Corner Podcast.com, where you get everything that's us. You know what I'm saying? So check it all out. But like I said, we're going to start with losing a national treasure in our truth and Carlito and Valhalla. All of their contracts will not be renewed from what we hear right now.
Does anyone? Well, I'm not gonna speak about. Oh, Von Holla is okay.
I just want to mention her name. I know she ain't getting all the praise and wish she would stay that our truth is getting, or someone Carlito. But I just want to mention her name because
Yeah, she was employed.
She's
Makes
employed.
sense.
I mean, she added to the brand in some ways. She just want to showcase as much. I mean, I don't know, but it is what it is. Uh, but focus is our truth right now.
Yeah. No,
Oh.
that's fine. Keep going.
Okay. Now that it's confirmed, I'm really not feeling it. I don't like I said, I don't know if our truth has some say in that he wanted to do some other things because he is up there in age, up at like 53 years old or whatever, but he still can go like he 20 something years old. And so I feel like that's why I don't like to focus on age because it's all about just how you perform in the ring. Because all these are top tier athletes and they train for this. They can get their body right for this. And some of them, slow down, but our truth ain't one of them people that slow down like that.
No, he
I
just
don't
had
feel
a
like.
main event at least. He just had a main event
Just had a main
with
event
John
with his
Cena.
childhood hero, John Cena.
Seriously.
He was Ron Cena out there. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. And like I said, everybody just loves this man. There's nothing bad you can say about our truth. And
Yeah.
they talking about it on more than just wrestling, podcasts and shows and whatnot and blogs or whatever. They talking about it on many platforms. So that like everybody's angry about this. He like I think Pac-Man Jones spoke on it
Oh
because
yeah, the former tag team champions in TNA.
yeah, former tag team champions, and he just like man, it just just messed up, man. Like ain't nobody more professional than our truth, and he's a positive figure in the locker room and a locker everybody could go to, not just for a laugh, but for advice or whatever it is. And you need that in your locker room. Somebody, just keep the great morale in that space. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
definitely.
Yeah. And we had countless, memorable moments in WWE that we all gonna remember that he made us laugh or we just rooting for him. Because I ain't gonna lie, when he first faced John Cena back at, what was that, Capital Punishment, I thought R-Truth should have won that match. I'm a John Cena fan, but I think that was a peak moment for R-Truth. I feel like he should have won that. But he has some championships here and there, like the U.S. title a couple times. Shoot, 24/7
There
title,
it is.
like
That's
50
it.
something times.
He had the most reigns.
Yeah, he has some and the other stuff here and there, but it's like I wish R-Truth had more titles, but it's not like he needs that to be on television or needs that to get over with the fans or
No.
with the locker room or whatever like that. Because
Yeah.
no matter what little time they gave him on screen, you remember that moment. It's a funny moment. You gonna remember that at the end of the night.
He always made the most of his time, which is definite. Because I mean, you got to remember him joining the Judgment Day brought new life to the Judgment Day. Like
Yeah.
that really resurged that. He had his moment of going into the Women's Royal Rumble, and of
Oh,
course,
oh man.
and even the other time going into the Rumble with the ladder.
With the
But
ladder, yeah. It's like, hold on, what?
so going to the whole information of it is it's rumored but not confirmed that they offered him a pay cut and he turned it down. And because
Mm,
he turned down the pay cut, he essentially is not getting his contract renewed. So it's not
right.
a firing. However, he's not going to be on TV anymore, which is odd because I believe his last appearance was on SmackDown against JC Mateo just a
Yeah.
week ago.
Yeah.
So one of the other key things that's talked about in reports is that Nick Khan had a list of people who would be on the we're not going to renew their contract list. I think to myself, I mean, I don't know who pulled the trigger on it, but it's like I think the biggest issue is that the fans don't get an opportunity to say goodbye to our truth. We talk about him being a national treasure. There's
Mm-hmm.
no send off for him. He's just gone. And I
Mm,
know there is always the belief that he can come back, which is true to a degree. But one of the things you have to keep in mind is what happened in the past was because it was a family ran operation. It was the McMahons. So they would bring back people who they like. This is now TKO. TKO may look at this thing a whole lot differently, be like, well, why are we bringing them back? What's the cost effectiveness of this even happening? So that may not be an option for some of these people. We can't just rely on that to be the thing as it always has been, because this is now TKO's property. So I don't know. This may be the last time we do see of our truth. Only other time, maybe a Hall of Fame induction, if that even happens, which I'm pretty sure he'll get in. But
yeah.
there's also been talks of other people contracts possibly not being renewed. I mean, you might as well play speculation. Miz, I believe, is on the list.
Oh, yeah.
Karrion Cross is on the
Yeah.
list.
Yeah, Miz unfollowed WWE. Him and Gunther did. I don't
Yeah.
know what Gunther's going on. He got going on, but Miz, it's
You thought
something.
he would be a WWE lifer.
Yeah, there's a lot of people you thought to be there forever because they've been supporting the brand in and out of the ring, and they've been there for a long time.
That's true.
So you just figured, hey, they gonna be there for life. They support the brand. They're pretty much brand ambassadors, pretty much. And so if they're not in the ring, they doing something for the company either way. And we thought our truth could be doing that, do
Yeah, to
stuff.
get a to get at the Titus O'Neil.
Right.
But that was a different era. That was a different regime. So I don't
It
know.
is. I don't know. I don't understand it. I mean, I don't like see anybody lose their job, but I'm like, you can pick somebody else besides our truth. I
Oh
mean,
well,
because I
that's
think our truth brings more of an impact than a lot of other people that's sitting on the roster.
who would you get rid of?
I had to go down the list. I hate to do that though. That's what I was saying. That's why I'm trying to preface that. I hate to just say, oh, you should lose your job. But I don't know. I just hate. I'm just saying that because I just hate to lose how our truth to be gone, man. Because like I said,
I get that.
the moments are there. Even Carlito though, with Carlito going, he brought funny moments with the Judgment Day. I thought when he came back, I thought he should be doing much more than he doing. I really thought he was gonna be doing much more, but all he did was jump from group to group and stay in the background and play video games and make small and make certain jokes.
Mhm. Yeah, comments. He was like,
And
no,
and,
you
it, and
can't make
it's
it this hard.
right and it's funny, but it's just like I just thought he would Carlito would be doing way more. Um, but man, I get. Some people are iffy with Triple H's booking. That said, it ain't no better than Vince McMahon.
Well, I don't know about that now.
I'm saying I feel like it's better, but some things Triple H still could be doing better than what he's doing right now. Probably.
Oh no, that's true. There's things he could be doing better, but I just the one thing we got to keep in mind of Vince McMahon is look, I've mentioned this before. I did stop watching wrestling around 2011 to like 2016. Not wrestling, but WWE specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And it's mainly because the booking was just boring or horrible. Like, man, that's just in that era.
Mm.
That's not even counting in the tail end of his run, which was like that 26. It was 20s, probably 2018, 2019 to give a round spot, but probably
Yeah.
2017 to 2019. that was really bad too. So Vince McMahon had great flaws, and the one key thing about him was that he was incoherent booking. At least with Triple H, it's coherent booking. Stories do flow. Now the question becomes, though, are the stories interesting or engaging enough? That's a different discussion, but that's my concern with the current iteration of WWE. I don't know if a lot of it is actually interesting. It's just depending on the yeets of the moments, you know. Nothing really good. Like CM Punk. CM Punk, honestly, in AEW was a lot more interesting than CM Punk right now. I mean,
Uh,
he's just happy to be here,
uh,
guy. There's not outside of the
in
Drew
a way he
feud.
is, but I mean, this year it hasn't been Punk's year. As far as 2025. Well, I don't know. It started off hot, but I feel like it has slowed down a bit. But I don't know. I can't even say that because WrestleMania. You didn't like WrestleMania? His story
Well,
go
the
to the WrestleMania?
You mean his WrestleMania main event that he didn't earn because he kept losing every match and was just given to
Oh,
him because reasons?
I forgot you feel about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Jay Uso should have had that main event, but
yeah,
yeah,
but I mean, I feel like I know last year he had a story with all that stuff with Drew McIntyre and stuff like that. I feel like all that was really good.
yeah.
And this
Drew
year,
helped.
starting off with stuff with Seth Rollins was really good.
Uh,
And so, and they
uh,
continued in the WrestleMania, adding Roman.
yeah, I don't know. That didn't. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm tired of Seth. Also, in that sense, like Seth, I'm not tired of Seth, but just the Punk and Seth feud. Because to
Yeah.
me, that still seems kind of petty. Basically, you didn't call me, and you tried to bash the company I work for. Seth, is that your reason? Is that really your reason that you hate this man? I can't get behind that.
Yeah, I mean, I understand you just like him or whatever, but yeah, hate is strong, and the way you talk, you act about it.
Yeah, right. You figure there's more to it than that, but there apparently is not. I wish there was something deeper. I wish I don't know what. It's just you killed my brother or something. Like give me
Lord.
something. I don't know. It just doesn't feel. It feels a little hollow and empty.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
I
don't,
mean, Punk's not going to be in Money in the Bank right now. So like, what do we do? Oh,
I still think he's gonna make an appearance. I feel like he's still gonna make an appearance in that Money in the Bank match and try to cost Seth the victory. You know what I'm saying? It's either him or Roman Reigns, one of the two. And they still gonna be tied into the situation from WrestleMania.
oh, I guess we'll see. One cool thing we did get. Oh, I'm sorry, we're going so off our topic. Let's. Are we done with the R2 thing? Because that's the thing
No,
we've
no,
been
we go
talking
back.
about.
We got we kind of expanded on certain things
Yeah,
about it. We talking about most about the company and how it's ran. And why would they give it to somebody like our Truth, who everybody loves, and you see the outpour of fans, and not just fans, his fellow colleagues,
yeah.
how upset everyone is, and maybe that'll make them see something in our Truth more than what they saw before. That how beloved our Truth is. I don't know how you didn't see it before if you didn't see it
Yeah, it's not a
because
secret. It's not a
it's
secret.
not right.
Everyone loves R True. He was one of the highest merch sellers when they released him. His shirt was that Ron Cena shirt. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was hot. That was hot selling item.
yeah.
I hope you got one because they're shutting them down.
Oh, yeah, it's coming, but I'm ready to rate it on the show. I'm trying to say,
Okay, I just want to make sure you got one. But
yeah.
so yeah, I don't know. It does kind of suck in a sense. I hate that he got fired as well. Oh, not well. You know what? I don't care. I'm going to say fired because here's how I feel. If your contract is not renewed, but
Yeah,
you are willing and able and capable, yet the company
yeah,
says we're not going to renew it, that is just a mutual firing in a sense.
right. Because he got told this out the blue. You know what I'm saying? That's what it feels like.
And he's not even going to be brought back on TV. Give us a goodbye. I really would have loved it if they knew they were going to do this. Have John Cena prior to that match be like, you know what, Truth? I'm tired of you. I'm tired of your antics. You do not represent WWE. And if you are the things that people love about wrestling, I'm going to ruin wrestling by taking your career. And in that way,
Ooh,
it would have turned into a career match. And Cena would
yeah,
have got that heat after he beat him by cheating.
yeah. Well, maybe it's harder for John Cena to get that heat like he wants to, but
I don't know, man. Firing
uh,
Truth, that probably got him some heat. At
yeah,
least for a couple
yeah.
weeks. At
Right,
least a couple
right.
weeks.
But I mean, in a way, we didn't see it when the match happened. You know how uh Truth came out wearing the John Cena gear. The last time is now.
Yeah, I guess it was true.
It was more true than we thought. our truth,
It is weird that
but
he brought that towel. I figured he would have the hustle, loyalty, respect towel.
yeah, I guess they just brought whatever towel they had. I don't know what.
He's John Cena's biggest fan. He didn't have
I
one.
I know, right? He should have had. They should have had something else. But I mean, but like I said, it just we didn't see this coming. And like I said, the last time was now. I mean, and he gone just like that, like out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. I feel like he just add more than TV time and in ring competition to the group
He was the
to the
entertainment.
WWE.
He was the entertainment in sports entertainment.
Yeah,
Like comedy wrestling. Like that's kind of the thing right now. You had Carlito, we just talked about. He was a funny guy, had
yeah.
quips, funny lines. Our truth. Who is now the funny guy in WWE?
The funny guy in WWE.
Sammy.
Nah, Sammy going up and down right now because he's he did that little dance doing the yeet yeet entrance, John Jay Uso
Yeah.
entrance. That was funny, but yeah, he's going up and down because he got this thing going on with Karrion Cross. So he's on. I think he's on at a crossroads right now,
Carrying
and
cross.
yeah, yeah, right. But so he's trying to figure out where he's headed because he wants Punk to win the Money in the Bank. I feel like that's kind of a pointless segment. For him to come out there doing with Punk. That could have been a backstage type of thing. That shouldn't have been an in ring with him and Punk on Raw. But he just saying things that he wants, but not necessarily like a have, and not necessarily. And I'm trying to figure out what it's leading to, and he's trying to see is Karrion Cross right. I mean, that's what I feel like everybody that comes across Karrion Cross is contemplates. Is he right? Or am I going to stand on my principles?
Yeah. What does Sammy have principles? I'm kidding. I know he does.
Yeah, come on now. And so he trying to figure himself out because he wants that world championship. And he trying to figure out what his path towards it is. He sees so many people in his way. One, Seth Rollins and his new crew. Two, his best friend Jay Uso, who is the world champion. And three, he got Karrion Cross on his shoulder right now. The devil on his shoulder. And so he trying to figure out what's his path, and he trying to have a team with Punk and Jay and fight off Seth Rollins because I guess Seth Rollins is just the bad guy out of this whole situation. Now he's the big villain of Monday Night Raw.
I guess by default, because I don't know who the villain of Raw is unless you want to call it Gunther.
Yeah, I mean it's him and Gunther, the top two, I believe. I would say.
That's the only ones it looks like, at least.
Yeah. But as far as they go, I mean I don't know what Sami Zayn, but as far as the comedy, I don't know. They done lost unless you count Alpha Academy.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say Tozawa and Otis. You got them.
Yeah. Other than that,
Because
I couldn't tell you right now. I had to look at the roster again.
I'm looking at the roster. There really isn't a real comedy act. It really was our truth and Carlito, if any. Yeah, that's well. There you go. Then it's not about comedy. It's just about in forms of entertainment. Are you not
Oh,
entertained with Logan Paul and the main event? Such as
yeah, we'll get to that. But I mean, we'll get that when we do our predictions in just a second. But when we talking
okay.
about comedy, I mean, if you want to count Grande Americano, is he a comedy figure?
Is
It,
anyone laughing at that? Like, what is he doing that's actually funny?
I mean, a lot of people was laughing at his, vignettes and stuff. The old timey, still pictures, or
Yeah, I
like
get
he been
that,
wrestling forever.
but I
So
mean, what is
that's
he?
it
But what
started
is
off that
he?
way.
But what is he doing that's actually funny though? That's
I
the
mean,
question.
he's not doing nothing. I'm just saying that that's what it started out as. So I don't. I'm trying to figure out where where they're trying to take him.
Oh, I
Because
have a theory on that. I put in a group text. What I think may happen. I'll tell you when we get to that point.
okay, but I mean, he qualified for Money in the Bank, and they really taking him serious. I don't. How you beat AJ Styles and CM Punk?
Because he's one of the
I
greatest.
understand Seth Rollins interfered and stuff like that, but AJ Styles right there. Come on.
It's weird. Does it feel okay? That CM Punk AJ Styles match feels like that should be a pretty big deal. I feel like that should be CM Punk's new feud. the fact we got it in a triple threat qualifying match where Americano came in, it kind
Yeah.
of feels like a wasted opportunity. That almost feels like a Vince McMahon thing to some degree. But
Mm-hmm.
are you surprised that Americano won that match?
Very surprised
Okay.
because
Okay.
I can't. That's what I said. I supposed to say comedy because I just can't take him serious. And everybody losing to this sheet metal, whatever he had as his mask, he went out his matches with it, and he can't really get caught with it unless unless somebody
Mm.
pulls it out from his tight mask. I don't know. So it's like almost a guarantee. Not I say guarantee win, but it's a it's almost like the brass knucks with Regal or somebody like that. But he's getting a lot of these wins right now. Ain't more wins than Chad Gable would ever be getting.
No, I don't
And I
blame
feel
you.
like if it was Chad Gable, I would be more into it.
Well, that becomes my next question. Are you pleased with Chad Gable's push as Americano, as everyone keeps saying that he is?
It is. And I know. I like I said, I thought it was just I wanted one pay per view or one or two pay per view thing with Grande Americana. He was gonna get unmasked. Especially, I thought he was really gonna get unmasked at WrestleMania. I thought Rey Mysterio or Ray Phoenix would have beaten him. It was supposed to be Rey Mysterio at first, fighting him, but I guess Mysterio injured or whatever it was, and Phoenix fought him. So I thought Grande was going to get unmasked, and we go see his Chad Gable, and there's gonna be a big moment at WrestleMania. But it's still going, and he actually qualified for a Money in the Bank match against two legends in the business, and CM Punk and AJ Styles. And so I don't know how far they try to push him, but this is the push Chad Gable should have got a long time ago because the athlete that Chad Gable is and performer that he is and character in itself, he's still funny in itself. Also, he does a little bit of comedy stuff. Um, but I feel like this should just be Chad Gable's push, not no Grande Americano, and this because that's not who he is. He's not Mexican. And he just making fun of the lucha culture, kind of like
Yeah.
what our MJF is doing right now with Mister. He's fighting Mystico soon, him and Commander was going back and forth on AEW, but that's when we get to AEW talk.
Yeah. I
But
don't
I
know.
mean, it's just a similarity in that in him and Grande Americano and Chad Gable or whatever it is. That's why I brought it up. But I
I
don't
get
know,
what you're
like,
coming from. I
huh?
just, well, to that point though, it's like from what I get what you're saying because from a standpoint, I think to myself, what was the whole point of American Alpha? Is that the American Academy? What's the new one he has?
American made.
American Made. It was the whole point of that now because he's not
Yeah.
even in regard into that anymore. The Americano thing is nice, but I guess as you said, it's making fun of luchador wrestling. So is it kind of an insult to that degree? Especially with him winning matches. I don't like the fact that he got him winning matches with this padded helmet thing. That's just stupid to me. But I
Yeah.
do.
And don't you have Chad? Is it Chad Gable the one fighting Vikingo
Yeah, yeah. Well, he is. He's fighting him at Worlds Collide. That's right.
at Worlds Collide, Triple A, who's going to be right before Money in the Bank this weekend.
That's right.
So to me, that should be switched.
What do you
Grande
mean?
Americano should be fighting Vikingo, and Chad Gable should be in the Money in the Bank.
Wait a
Like,
minute.
what are we doing here?
Well, I mean, okay. Well, I'll give you a theory, and I can't take full credit for it. I did
Yeah.
hear someplace else, but Americano's probably going to lose to Vikingo at Worlds Collide, but then he can win the Money in the Bank, and then guess what he'll do? Cash in a Vikingo at Triple Mania instead of the W Championship. So, sort of switching topics here. Did you hear this rumor report that Triple H doesn't like the Money in the Bank gimmick?
I heard. Oh, hold on. Is that a
Okay.
Ziploc? Americano was funny when they said he was from the Gulf of America, and then folks got pissed.
Well, somebody found it funny, so I guess you can't be
Yeah,
too mad at that, right?
yeah, yeah. Somebody found it funny. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I laughed about it, but I was like, oh man, come on now.
They actually did with that.
But yeah,
Shout
that
out
was
to
the funny
Zaddy
part
for
of it.
that comment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Shout out. Um, but yeah, with Triple H saying he don't like Money in the Bank, I mean, I understand him from a booking perspective. That's why he wouldn't like Money in the Bank because he has to book around that because the Money in the Bank hold the briefcase for months, and so you gotta kind of figure out where you going with story. Like he like do long term storytelling, and
Mm.
so he trying to build up to a certain point, and then you got to figure out where to put Money in the Bank, where to put a cash in into that story I'm trying to tell, especially around a world champion.
Well, you think the Money in the Bank is something that kind of gets in the way of that storytelling?
It can depend on what story you're trying to tell, and
Well,
that might be a reason why. Last year the Money in the Bank got thrown away with the Punk and
Damien Priest.
McIntyre situation.
Yeah, okay. So I guess so I understand what you're saying. No failed cash-ins, because failed cash-ins are a bad thing. If you're
Yeah,
going to have a cash-in, make it worthwhile. But I mean, I hear you know what? I've heard people say get rid of the Money in the Bank pay-per-view and just move the match itself back to Mania. Night one, the women's, night two, the men's, or vice versa.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be too mad at that. Especially
Just don't know what you.
it gets a lot of people on the card for both matches, and that's where it started. So and like I said, a ladder match is a great spectacle, just like that ladder match for the tag team title should have been a WrestleMania, but
Yeah.
that's a whole different point in itself. Um, but I mean, I just like the Money in the Bank pay per view because they do have great matches at those shows. I just like the pay per view itself, but like I said, I wouldn't be mad at too upset if it went away and the match was still around at least. As long
Okay.
as the match is still around, I'm okay.
Okay, that's fine then. So what did you put in this place? Like King of the Ring?
Yeah. Well, no, they doing that at the Saudi. If they continue to do that at the Saudi shows,
Well, I mean,
I
that would
don't
take.
know.
It's like, would that just take the place of Money in the Bank? Because I guess I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You know what? Fine. Either way, Americano, I said, might actually win. And if he does, he can cash in on Vikingo at Triple Mania. I don't know how well that'll
Mm,
play out. I know that'll be stupid, but it's like, why
yeah,
else is he in there to some degree, right?
that's almost as bad as old boy cashing in on the U.S. title and not even winning.
Yeah, that's true.
That's bad as that. Like I said, I mean, we go ahead and go into our Money in the Bank predictions. Let's say who all is in this match. Let us know who
Okay,
all is in the
yeah, let me go
match.
ahead and pull it up real quick, and we can get to the Money in the Bank predictions.
Hmm.
Do you have a favorite so far, or someone who you have your eye on?
Well, the favorite is Seth Rollins because he has Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker on his side.
There it is.
But I'd rather Solo get that. I feel like Solo is in desperate need of a big win, just like he should have beaten Roman Reigns at debut of Raw on Netflix, because that was his moment, and Roman doesn't need it because Roman ain't dealing with none of the other members of the bloodline anymore. He's on his own. He doesn't have his wise man or any of them, while Solo is still gathering his team together. He's
Yeah.
still running with a squad. He still has Jacob on the side, even though they got a little beef at the moment. A little mini beef, or tension. I'm saying say beef. Got tension right now within them. But he has JC Mateo. He's trying to get Jimmy back. He's waiting on the Tongans to come back. So he needs something right now. He always got the blazer on and he kind of dressed up a little bit. That'll go great with a briefcase. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Solo needs a big win like this. But would I be
Yeah.
mad? Would I be mad if Penta won? No, I like Penta. Andrade needs something, but I doubt he's winning.
I don't
LA,
know.
LA Knight is already over. This is not his type of.
But hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Oh, go
If
ahead.
LA Knight loses, would that hurt his cachet?
No, because it's a ladder match. It's not like he getting pinned in this.
Okay.
He's all right.
People said the
He,
wrong person won when Drew won, when people thought LA Knight was going to win. Remember, LA Knight was out there and then Drew took it. And people were like,
yeah,
the wrong kid won. I mean, the wrong guy won.
yeah, because Drew didn't win the championship, so it's kind of thrown away in that situation.
Drew did win the championship.
No, that was Money in the Bank.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say Drew. I meant to say Damian Priest. When
Oh,
Damian Priest
oh,
won.
oh no, David Priest. that's something that he needed because, like I said, Money in the Bank brings was really made to bring up new star. It could do a solid. Let me see how I'm supposed to say it. A made wrestler. It can help them in a certain way if their career is going downhill. But I feel like Money in the Bank is for somebody who you didn't know was going to be in that main event scene, or who's on that come up.
Well, hold on a second. Who's the last person to win Money in the Bank, and not women, besides I guess Damian Priest? That
Damn
actually
Priest.
was the case for. Do you remember all the Money in the Bank winners? Let me see if I can pull up all the Money
I
in
don't
the Bank
remember every
winners.
one of them. I mean, but it did it for Seth Rollins. It did it for Daniel Bryan, the Miz.
That's in the past. Like I'm
I'm
speaking
just
like
saying
in the
this. I'm
most.
just saying that's where I
No,
want
no, no.
money.
I know, but I know. My whole point is like now, like since recently, has that been the case? Because Brock Lesnar won it.
I don't. Oh, Brock Lesnar's the last person who needed Money in the Bank. That was
I
supposed
know.
to. That was
So,
supposed to be Ali's moment, and they stole it
well,
from him and gave it to Brock Lesnar. That was stupid. He did the boombox crap. It was kind of funny. He did a little skipping, dancing, and whatever.
okay.
That's still stupid. And Brock didn't need that.
So in 2013, okay, we'll start at 20. Yeah, we'll start at 2013.
Okay.
Damian Sandow won, but remember that was a failed cash in, so
Fail
that didn't
cash
work.
in, and he didn't beat Cena.
So then you had Randy Orton who won it, but Randy Orton had already been a multi-time world champion. But
Yeah.
okay,
Hmm.
Seth won it, and like you said, that was a big moment for him. 2014.
Yeah.
Sheamus won it, but he was already a multi-time champion. Dean won it, part of Shield, but I guess you could say that was a big moment for him.
It was. That got him the championship. So yeah, that was a good one.
Baron Corbin won it, but failed cash in, so that didn't work
Mm,
out. Braun Strowman won it. How did that work out for him? Monster in the
it,
Bank.
yeah, he didn't win it either. He failed another failed cash in and he got played because Brock threw his Money in the Bank all the way
Yeah,
up to the stage, made him look dumb as hell.
that was stupid. Then that following year, Brock Lesnar won it,
Yeah, I told you about that already.
and then Otis won it.
Oh, and lost it to the Miz, and then Miz cashed in once
Yeah,
again. So
Bobby
like,
Lashley, I think it was.
yeah, and that was a moment, big moment for he came a double
Yeah,
Grand
but I
Slam
mean,
champion. I was happy for
yeah,
Miz.
I guess it was. But the Miz can win the world title 16 times. They ain't gonna change nothing about his legacy in the eyes of people. They were like, okay,
Oh, but I think
nah.
Miz is great. He has one of the greatest careers of
He does
all.
have a great career, but it's because of accomplishments. But ain't nobody looking at him and being like, oh, he's one of the better wrestlers.
I
Like
mean,
it doesn't
yeah,
help that argument. But anyway,
yeah, it's not going to help. But I mean, like I said, Money in the Bank is help you get your relevance back, and that's what it did for him in that moment.
okay, sounds like a transitional champion, but okay. Big E won it
Man.
following that.
Oh, yep, got him the championship, and who a lot of people thought was well deserved. So, but it got ended by Brock
Yeah, so about to
Lesnar.
say how did that work out? Then Austin Theory won it. Oh, that
Um,
was a fail. Then Damian
yeah,
Priest. Then Drew McIntyre. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but it's like when I look at these last set of people, it's like I don't know. Money in the Bank wasn't a make or break for most of these people. You know who Money in the Bank was a make or break for? Baron Corbin, Damian Sandow, Austin Theory.
right.
Those are make or breaks, and they all lost it. For the people who won on it, I don't even, Braun Strowman doesn't count.
Yeah,
But for everyone else, I feel like they would have been fine even if they never won Money in the Bank.
I mean, some of them, yeah. That's what I said. I feel like the made stars already, unless you just your career's kind of slacking, it's been stale. That can help you get back to relevance. Like I said, for the Miz, I feel like it did a little bit. But this is for the upcoming stars, man, and them to really make somebody who needs that big win. And I feel like in this match, Solo needed that big win like he should have got months ago.
Yeah, see,
Penta is making his way on Raw, but he might need certain wins to really, cement him.
I guess Zaddy has a comment real quick where he said Damian won it when LA Knight was white hot, and this is one of the reasons I was asking should LA Knight win it this year.
Yeah, but LA Knight is still
He'll be fine.
he still gets that crowd reaction. Damian Priest was fighting for that. And now it's his moment to get the world championship, and he's still in that title picture.
But you know what? Here's the funny thing about it. We're in a situation now where LA Knight is still pretty much over. And with Damian Priest, we're like, okay, well, his fight with Drew is over. Now what? Like Damian Priest still doesn't
Yeah,
feel like a fleshed out character. So it's like
yeah.
even
I
though he
mean,
won the Money in the Bank and won the world title, I don't know.
but I mean, did LA Knight do everything he could with the U.S. title? I mean, so how was he gonna do it with the World Championship? I don't know if he did his best with the U.S. title. And who said he was gonna do the same that much better with the World Championship?
All I know is the crowd still likes him. I don't know if the crowd still likes Damian Priest. I feel like they're still kind of lukewarm on Damian Priest, but they are still hot for LA Knight. So it's like that's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
At least
I,
that's what I'm speaking of in the sense
I
of
get it. I,
popularity. In the
I
sense,
mean, the right person doesn't win all the time.
oh,
But
I
I mean,
know.
I was happy with Damian Priest. I mean, I felt like I liked his first world title reign. Um, I didn't think it should have ended like it did with Finn Balor turning on him like that. But I mean, it was a story being brought out of that, and it's him leaving the Judgment Day and going back and forth with him and Rhea being the Terror Twins, and so you got months and months of storyline from his Money in the Bank cash in, and you got
Mm,
another WrestleMania match out of it because that him cashing in on Drew
yeah, with
McIntyre
Drew.
built all the way up to the next WrestleMania. So you got multiple storylines. It's not just building a star up; you building a story for a whole year with
No,
his win.
no, I don't disagree with that. But my point is, I don't think the crowd is into him. Like all of that, and the
I
crowd just
mean,
is like,
I don't know. I mean, he's getting good reactions when he comes out, but I mean,
okay.
I get it. I'll admit I know LA Knight is probably more over than he is. Yeah. But
Hey,
I mean,
okay.
I just like Damian Priest. Maybe I'm biased a little bit, but I do hear the crowd reaction for him. But LA Knight just got that catchphrase in it that just kind of really boosts him up.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I like Damian Priest too. I think he's fine, but I mean, I do find him to kind of be. I don't know who he is still outside of Judgment Day. I still don't know who or what that day. Like, what motivates him? What is? He just feels like a guy who's in SmackDown. He doesn't feel like a person with a purpose, and
I
that's
get,
my issue with him.
well,
So it's
he
like,
kind of spoke on the other SmackDown like he came to SmackDown for championships and he
yeah,
wants to be
well,
El Campeon and he
okay, I
was
get
calling
that,
people
but
straight out.
well, okay, but I don't know. It still doesn't. I
And
don't know.
I ain't gonna lie, I like to see him and Jacob. Though he called Jacob out. I mean, I think that'll be great.
Okay, we'll see.
So
But is that who you have winning this? Wait a minute, who do you have winning this?
I want Solo to win
Solo.
this.
You got
I
Solo. All
want
right.
Solo.
Well,
I wouldn't be mad at Penta. Um, yeah, but I definitely don't want Grande. If it was a Chad Gable, I'd be happy for him. But I don't want Grande Americano winning.
it's
LA Knight, I could see LA Knight, but nah, I wouldn't be too hype about it. But Solo needs that big victory. I feel like he's done great work and he continues to do great work
oh
in his character wise. And like I said, I feel like he just needed that big win.
no, this ain't a big win because winning Money in the Bank is one thing. The big win is cashing in. We
Oh
just
yeah, but I
spoke
mean, be
about,
smart about it.
but
But he building a team around him, and but
no, I get what you're saying.
except
I'm
for
not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with that. It's just this ain't the big win. Like this won't be it. He needs the big win. I agree
yeah,
with that, but
yeah,
this wouldn't be it because the cash in. But my pick is Seth Rollins. I know
uh,
it's a safe pick. I know it's an easy pick,
yeah.
but the only reason why it's an easy pick because I got someone else in SmackDown winning, and I can't have two SmackDown people winning.
Oh,
And if that's the case, then it's good. You know what's going to
I
happen?
got
Someone's going
yeah.
to have an early cash in. And my goal in all of this is to make sure whoever wins, that person doesn't cash in because I don't care what anyone says. I like the Money in the Bank prop. I
I
like the
do
dynamic of
too.
someone walking around. Speaking about the Triple H not liking
Oh,
it.
okay.
So I like that kind of thing. So I would be happy with it
All
if
right.
Seth and the
I,
other person who have walk around with it.
yeah, I like the cash in teases. I just like I said, with
Well, I don't like that.
Seth Rollins said it's you holding that power over the champions. And that's what he's going at it for. Because like I
Oh
said, he's had
yeah,
that moment. He's
he
had that
did
moment. He
say
know
that.
what it could come from it.
Yeah, he did talk about power. Let me tell you something. Money in the Bank is not power. Power is power. Power is the world title. That Money in the Bank is not power. That Money in
Oh.
the Bank is just an opportunity.
Mm.
Because again, you have failed cash-ins. If you didn't have failed cash-ins, I would totally understand that. But you still have you still have a chance to not do it and be unsuccessful.
Yeah.
So it's not a guarantee.
I get yeah, you're right. I just hate when it is a failed cash in. I'm like, oh, come on,
No,
man.
I know.
Because it's like you able to pick whatever moment you want out of the whole year, and you still can't win, bro.
Well, it depends on the situation. Like, who is it? We talk about Damian Sandow fell cash in. How did he fail? What was that failure about? I didn't see that one.
Well, that's when he felt he just failed to beat John Cena.
Okay, that's like
But I think because John Cena had something before that, he still lost to John Cena from that. So I
well,
was
that's
like,
like
wow.
No, with Baron Corbin, his failed cash in was basically Cena costing him.
Yeah,
So it's like he
yeah.
didn't even fail it intentionally. It's just Cena. So it's like there's different multitude reasons, but nonetheless, real power is power. And if Seth wants the power in his hands again, he has to win Money in the Bank and have a successful cash in. I mean, when you got those lackeys, I'm sorry, henchmen of Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed,
Oh,
Bronson, law
mm.
attorney at law.
Right.
I think you may have a strong
Morgan
chance
and
of winning the
Morgan.
entire right. Seriously, Morgan and Morgan. But you may have a strong chance of winning. So I got him winning it. You got Solo. I got Seth.
Yeah, and it's a couple reasons why both of them might not win because Jacob might interfere because just how Solo interfered in his match to qualify, Jacob might interfere in Solo's in the Money Bank match itself, so Solo won't win.
Possibly.
It might distract her from that. And on the other end with Seth, CM Punk and Sami Zayn may interfere to take out Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker because Seth and I'm calling them the Vision.
Is that the name of the faction, the Vision?
They haven't said it, but
I like
that's
Seth
what
Riders better.
huh? Oh, the Seth
Seth
Riders.
Riders. Yeah, I do like that a little bit better.
Oh, you like the two Shield members got the same type of thing.
I mean, look. Every Shield at this point had a faction. Who did it
Yeah,
better? Probably Roman.
yeah. The bloodline is just top notch. It's one of the
Yeah, they probably did do it
best
better.
of all the time. Um, but I
Well,
mean, it's reasons why Seth may not win. Like I said, and speaking of Roman, Roman may come back at Money in the Bank and cost Seth and lead to a match at SummerSlam, a 2-night SummerSlam.
yeah.
What do you feel about that?
I hope not.
You don't want Roman to come back like that?
I don't know. What is Roman? Look, I saw this clip the other day, Thompson. When I'm gone, people are going to miss me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really miss Roman. Nothing's going on that's making me like, man, I wish Roman was here. I am more enthused that Cody is back. Like Roman to
Yeah.
me was the bloodline story, but Roman doesn't have a group anymore. So it's like Roman by himself. He wasn't putting on the best matches. His promos were okay, but it's like Roman without the bloodline. What am I getting with this?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but he still got that what they call it aura or whatever. And I still wanted him and Seth to do that final one-on-one. In SummerSlam, I feel like it could be that moment for them to have that. Oh, is Americana
Maybe.
going to do the diving headbutt? I'm pretty sure that's how Americana be trying to win his matches. So I figure he gonna do a headbutt on somebody.
I mean, that'd
I
be
think
hilarious.
that's his finisher now. I feel like.
He doesn't have diving headbutt.
No, I
I
mean
know
just
he's just
hitting
the
just
head
because
thing, but does he do a diving headbutt?
he's done it before. Yeah,
Oh wow, they did bring that
yeah,
move back. Okay, well let's
yeah.
go on and move on to the women's Money in the Bank.
All
So
right, here we
I'm gonna
go.
pull that up and let's see who do you like your
Oh
chances here.
man, we got the same winner on this, bro. We got the same one, and it's the girl with the razor blades in her hair, telling you
So
to
you're picking
proceed.
Naomi.
You proceed with caution out here in these streets, Miss Naomi. Let's go.
All right, so you got
Eh,
Naomi winning.
Yeah,
Um, I don't disagree with Naomi winning as well. When I look at so I will say throwing in Roxanne, Julia, and Stephanie
yeah,
do make it a little bit more of a mountain than I thought it would be.
yeah.
And not only that, I have been seeing the phrase "mommy in the bank" thrown around a lot.
Oh,
So I wouldn't even be surprised if Rhea wins it because of that
oh.
marketing in itself.
Tell me no. Well, to me, if it ain't long as it ain't Alexa Bliss and Rhea, I'm okay with whoever else wins. I want Naomi. That's my pick. But if any of the other everybody else except Alexa and Rhea, I don't want Alexa or Rhea to win it. They don't need it. And Stephanie would be cool. Roxanne and Julia. These are all people on the come up, like I was saying. And this is just moment to make a statement. And the Money in the Bank is that statement to say I'm on Raw or I'm on SmackDown or whatever. I'm on the main roster. Let me say that. And I'm here to stay. I'm here. I'm gonna make a mainstay. I'm looking at both champions, and I'm about to become one.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, because we was last stream we was talking about the top 5 on both shows, and this could put that person, whoever win this Money in the Bank, in that top 5, or to be the number 1.
top 5. What do you mean top 5? Like top
Top
5 women?
on the women on the roster on both rosters. Because we was talking about Mariah May going to the main roster when she showed up, but she ended up showing up on NXT. But we'll talk about that in just a second after we get our predictions out the way. So I mean, yeah, as long as it ain't Alexa and Rhea, I'm good. But I want Naomi to win because you can already see it. You can put that caution tape all over that Money in the Bank, and they can sell that.
Well,
all over that briefcase.
I know they can, but let's be for real. I know they can sell it, but I mean, we're talking about selling a briefcase. You really going to compare that to Rhea Ripley, the most over woman on the roster?
I know.
They don't even play that game. What are you talking
about? I don't know. Rhea has been better since WrestleMania, but she ain't been the same Rhea to me, especially with that build up to WrestleMania. So I'm kind of slowed down on her, and I just don't think she needs Money in the Bank to get that championship match or to get a shot at. Because man, she could do something else, man. I don't care what she got to do.
She lost all her opportunities. She lost them all.
So what? I mean, why she? Go ahead.
This is the back of the line, and this is how you get your shot back. She's in the back of the line, and she's trying to get an opportunity, just like all these other women. Everyone up here is a world champion in their own right. At some point in this company, they were world champions. Yeah. And they are all going through the same process. It's just whether or not Rhea can survive. I don't want to pick Rhea. I'm just saying be prepared in case it is Rhea.
Yeah, I'm bracing myself for it. I hate Rhea or I'm just whatever. I just don't think she needs this. I feel like this should be Naomi, bro. I feel like Naomi's trying to slow it down so she could have a family with Jimmy. And so this is her last run going out, and she's done great work with her finally turning heel and doing this proceed with caution thing. And she's been having real good matches, especially the match at WrestleMania with Jade. And so I just think this is, and she's been stalking everybody already. And so why wouldn't you do that with the briefcase?
Oh, because so here's the other point of that. I do think with her, I also think it may be a first failed women's cash. I do think she's gonna win, but I think that's what the result's gonna be.
Man, get out of here, bro.
No, I don't like it, but I'm just telling you what I think.
Because she could easily beat Tiffany like that, man. Come on now.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Tiffany's still the champion.
I know, but yes, I'm saying. I'm about to say. Here we go. Okay. Jade gets her shot. Jade wins the number 1 contender shot, whatever it is, and she fighting Tiffany. You know they've been going back and forth lately.
Yeah.
They have their match.
Yeah.
And Tiffany probably wins, but then Naomi, when they both down, Naomi comes in and cashes in and pins Jade.
Wait a minute. Wait. Who's the champion?
The champion is Tiffany. But
she comes in and makes it a triple threat.
She makes it a triple threat while they're both down, she pins Jade, and then they go on from there.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but
I mean, that'll add to their story, or she could maybe build it up to her and Bianca, Naomi and Bianca for the title.
Yeah, but that doesn't
triple. That's another triple threat.
That doesn't take Tiffany out the equation. You say it like it takes Tiffany out the equation. It doesn't. Because Tiffany can always say you didn't pin me. You pinned Jade.
Oh, I mean, you could say that, but they ain't been doing that many rematches like that.
But this is a different. Rhea Ripley got a rematch just for almost the same reason.
Oh.
No, I'm
I
not.
mean, they can have that match, but don't mean Tiffany has to win it. But I'm just saying that could lead to the triple threat between the big three for the WWE
Oh,
Championship.
I hear you. I'm not denying it, and it probably could happen. It just doesn't mean that Naomi would be the champion going in.
I think so. I
I
mean, I
think
think that could be a
they can
definite
still
way
they
to
can still
go.
have that match. I just don't know if Naomi will be the champion going in. That's my thing. They can still do it. I just,
Yeah.
I do feel like she'll be the first failed cash in. I have a reason, but I don't want to say
Uh,
it.
yeah.
But yeah, there we go. So you have well, we both have Naomi. To my understanding, Sean said that he has Stephanie. No one
Yeah.
else has really replied in who they think. Let me just double check and see. But are you looking forward to this match?
Yeah. I like I
Well,
said,
let me phrase it. Which one are you looking more forward to, the men or the women's?
the women's. I ain't gonna lie,
Oh,
cause I have more people to be excited about winning in the women's.
ooh, never mind. Kiwanis has Rhea.
Boo.
Yeah.
Nah,
And she also has Seth or LA Knight. Well, that don't count. You got to pick one or the other. We'll get to that later.
yeah,
But
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Like I said, for the women, I just have more people in there that I'll be excited about winning.
I can understand that.
So
It is a little more star-studded than the men's. Not gonna. I mean, for what it's worth, it just is. It just
yeah,
is.
because Carmelo should have been in the men's for me, but whatever.
Well, that would have been nice.
Yeah.
All
So
right. Now, besides Money in the Bank, there are some other matches too, by the way. And in fact, you had the Intercontinental Championship on the line. You have Lyra Valkyria versus the man,
Becky
Becky Lynch.
Lynch. Woo.
Who do you think wins this one? There we
It's
go.
been fire. I love this feud. I like how it's going. My call on this: unless Bailey returns and attacks Becky Lynch wins.
Ooh.
Yeah, because
Unless Bailey returns and attacks Becky. Why would Bailey attack Becky Lynch again?
because Becky Lynch the one that attacked her and took her out the match at
Okay, that's
WrestleMania.
right. That's right. Just want to be okay. Just had to be reminded. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
That would be pretty cool.
yeah.
This is the last time. So understand the stipulation to this match is if Becky wins, I'm sorry, Lyra wins, Becky cannot challenge for the title as long as Lyra is champion.
Mm, okay.
I forget what happens if Becky wins. Let me check real quick if I can figure that out. Because there's a stipulation to this. Oh, who you
Uh,
got winning? Oh, you already just said.
yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
Becky, okay.
Becky,
Uh
if Bailey doesn't come back, Bailey comes back, then Lyra's gonna keep that thing.
oh, and if Becky wins, Lyra will be forced to raise Lynch's hand and acknowledge
Oh
Lynch as the
yeah,
better woman.
right, yeah. Oh
So what is this
man.
whole thing? Like, I mean,
Oh,
how do we get from Becky Lynch not saying thank you, Trish, to Becky Lynch becoming thank you, Becky? Like, how did they just
I mean, she tired of the talk online. She tired of the people saying, "Oh, they don't want her around." But when she's giving her all to this business, she may be understanding why Trish was talking the way she was talking.
yeah, well, this sounds like lazy booking. But anyway. Um
Okay.
Nonetheless, this is going to be a pretty good match because they had a really good match in the last time they fought. So I was impressed by
Yeah.
that.
Oh, both matches they've had for these titles, one for the NXT title and one for the Intercontinental title. Both of them being real good. So I'm looking for another great match for the trilogy between these two.
Definitely. All right.
Yeah.
So we got that one in. And of course, we got the main event.
With Jay
Let me pull that
Uso,
up.
main event, Jay Uso.
Oh, you seem
With
excited about this.
yeah, Cody Rhodes, because they as tag team champions. These boys tag team champs, so they got some chemistry going on. And John Cena and Logan Paul, they already arguing on. They was arguing on SmackDown a little bit.
Kinda.
Even though John Cena was trying to build Logan up like he the next John Cena, and I don't think, like I said, I don't think John Cena believe what he be saying.
What are
Uh,
you talking about? He's trying to get the heat. People
Ah,
just ain't giving him the heat.
he trying, but how you gonna build this man up and then argue with him the second later?
Does John Cena and Idris Elba have a movie coming out?
Yeah, that's what's it, Head of State or something? I don't know. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they got a movie coming out though.
Oh man, that's pretty
John
cool.
Cena's supposed to be like the president and he a movie star or something like that.
Okay, I was wondering. I see a preview for it because, of course, I'm watching the NBA Finals.
Oh
Um,
yeah, who you got in
okay,
that? Speaking predictions.
yeah, right. So right. Oh, so speaking of predictions, I know this is not wrestling related. I do have a
Yeah.
wing bet at my job. I have the Thunder in 5. It's a gentleman sweep.
Yeah,
Person I'm going against has the Pacers in 6.
shit,
I
nah, I
feel like
got
they just cheering for the Pacers. Like they're not about to
yeah.
win a
I mean, I
series.
like Halliburton, but SGA, bro, that man and
Yeah,
that team is just too good on defense, bro.
yeah, they
I don't see Pacers winning that one. But
me
okay.
either. But back to it. So back to it. Who do you have winning for the last time is now tour of Cena and Paul versus Uso and Rhodes?
Oh man, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. This is the toughest one of the show, I believe, for me. Uh,
We should do
I'm trying.
predictions battles on this.
I know we're gonna do it when we do the watch along or whatnot.
Okay.
We'll get the, we're gonna do that, play that game again. Hey, tune in for the watch along this Saturday for Money in the Bank. See who wins his predictions war.
Yeah, we're doing the predictions battle again. So
Yeah. So tune in right here on YouTube. We'll be right here for you. Um, dang, I'm trying to see where they go after this, and
oh
I'm trying to think how
oh that's a
because
good
Jake,
question.
huh?
No, that's actually a good question. I didn't even think about that. Like, what is the aftermath of this? How does that
Right.
work? That's a good question.
All right, because Jey Uso has a match right on Monday Night Raw after this show against Gunther, and Gunther on Raw was telling Jay, "Hey, you overextending yourself. Like I don't know how you feel like you can do all this, but try to team up with Sammy and Punk, go against Seth Rollins and the Vision, and then had this tag match on Saturday, and then you gonna think you're gonna beat me on Monday in Phoenix? You lying to yourself, Oos."
Yeah,
Uh,
that's how he
but
feels.
oh, somebody said Lyra is hot. Silent. What's up, Silent? Yeah, Lyra, she all right. Nah, but but yeah, but this is what champion does. He goes the extra mile and does what the roster needs. I mean, he's supposed to be a leader of the locker room, be that champion that everybody looking to and looking to get. And so he doing all he could do. He's trying to show why he is the world champion. But will that bite him in the ass on Monday Night Raw? We're gonna have to see. But as far as this match goes, he has Cody on the side. He has chemistry with Cody. Um, him and they might hit that. They might hit that Cody on Logan Paul and get that done. I'm gonna go with the Yeet Man and the quarterback.
I mean, it's fair to pick Cody and Jay because Cody is coming back, right? He first match back since Mania. And I
Right,
can't think of anyone who loses a match coming back after Mania. Because remember, Roman's first match after Mania was also a mixed tag match with Cody, wasn't it? Against Solo and someone? Was it Jacob?
um, but last Money in the Bank, who
It
did
was Money
Cody?
in the Bank. I thought it was Bad Blood.
That was bad blood, but that wasn't Roman's first match. Or
Okay.
was it? Or was it? I don't know. But no, yeah, it was. It was because he came back at SummerSlam. I'm thinking about something else. So yeah,
Okay, in that case,
you're
I
right.
guess I'm also going to pick Cody and Jay. Well, I'm going to pick Cody and Jay because I'm going to pick Cody. He's the guy.
Oh, you just like
Um,
Cody.
yeah,
He's
I do
with
like Cody and Jay. He's the guy.
he is.
He's my favorite in the company.
Yeah.
Now that he's back, I'm a little bit more interested because Cody can
Right.
captivate me on the microphone. He can get me to really be motivated. Um, so yeah, I'm picking Cody and Jay primarily because again, Cody coming back, I can see him pinning Logan Paul. That becomes a question of whether or not this could put Cody back into the world title picture, or will he have to do something to get that title shot? Because we talk about the men's Money in the Bank. Do you see the winner of the men's Money in the Bank cashing in on Cena?
Ooh. Depending on who it is.
Hmm.
Depending on who it is. I got Zaddy saying it could going to be some unpredictable Money in the Bank winners. Then Cody and Jay winning to send the crowd home happy. Yeah, you could be right about that. But they don't have to. I'm gonna go ahead and showcase. Hold on. Yeah, that could happen, but yeah, something I just thought about. Who was supposed to be in this match instead of Logan Paul?
You gonna throw the Travis Scott theory at me? He's throwing a Travis Scott theory. What is a
I'm throwing
Travis
a
Scott
Travis
theory?
Scott theory at you. Travis Scott not in the match, but he interferes in the match. Dang. Oh man, I
And
ain't
do
like
what?
I'm saying I'm happy about it, But I feel like that could definitely happen because the plan was had to have Travis Scott in this match, period. And so he could interfere and cost Cody a win again.
Who takes the pin? Cody.
Yeah.
Just say you hate Cody.
I don't hate Cody. I love Cody. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I hear you. Why would you book him in such a horrible way? Why would you
I'm
book him
just
in a bad match?
hey, the WrestleMania main event was booked like this. What you want me to do? Oh,
Unbook it. I don't know. What are you asking me? What kind of questions are these? All I know is this. I still stick by the idea that Cody's gonna win.
oh,
Not only do I think Cody's gonna win, oh, can you hear me?
oh no, no,
Oh
I was
wait.
paying attention to
This
the message.
Barry we used to work together. Love what y'all doing. About to buy some merch.
Hey,
Hey,
that's good.
I
Appreciate
love
it.
to hear that. Zaddy,
Don't say
Ziploc.
it. Yeah, but call him Ziploc. Don't call him Zaddy, please.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that again. Just call you
But
Ziploc. Double
appreciate
Z.
you. But yeah, Double Z. Appreciate you, man. And everybody else, hey, hit that merch shop. We got some good things on there. Appreciate you. For sure, for sure. Um,
Oh, Barry, what's up?
oh yeah, oh yeah. But I'm trying to think as far as this match go. But yeah, it's all about the follow up with this match because, like I said, Jay has to follow up with Gunther. I don't think Gunther was gonna interfere like this. I don't think that's something he'll do. He just wait for
Uh,
his match.
yeah, he's gonna because it doesn't matter who he faces. He's gonna just wait his time out. So he's not gonna interfere and cost Jay a match. No,
No, no,
but
that ain't. I don't think that's his style like that.
no, I don't think so either. It's just beneath him to do something like that. But I stand by what I said. You still got Cody and Jay. I just feel like
Yeah,
in the end of it, it just makes more sense, and
it
it helps
does.
get Cody back in the world title picture. Because again, unless a Money in the Bank winner is going to go after Cena, who else is going to go after Cena?
Right.
It ain't going to be Punk. It looks like.
No, it ain't be Punk. I don't know. I'm trying to think how they gonna build up Cena at SummerSlam. Like I said, Cody is that guy right now to do it.
Oh, they win this
Uh,
match, and then Cody
yeah.
demands a rematch.
And it seems like none of the big contenders on SmackDown really want to go for Cena. And those contenders I'm talking about is Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre.
Well, Drew already
One,
gave a reason,
yeah, Drew
and Drew
said,
hasn't
"Oh,
really. Well, we got to wait to this Friday to see if Drew. Well, I mean, they're not even Money in the Bank, so that's I don't know.
they're not." I'm just saying those are just big contenders. I'm trying to figure out who's on this roster to go after Cena next. But I just feel like Cody gonna stay there. But I'm just saying if it's not Cody right now, they waiting on that. Then who else? Because like I said, Drew said, "Oh, Cena's a punk," and Damian Priest he said he want to go after Jacob. He's like he's the most badass champion there
Yeah,
is right now, and so that's what Damian's focused on. That's what Drew was focused on,
but I mean
and
that's it.
so
But that's it. Like when you name those two, who else? I'll give you the men's roster: Aleister Black, Andrade, Angel, Angelo Dawkins,
no,
Axiom, Berto, Bo Dallas,
no. I mean,
Carmelo.
you go down the roster, but you got to talk about the real contenders. I don't know the real contender.
No, I'm saying
I
I'm looking at the roster. That's what I'm saying. There are no real contenders. All your
L.A.
real
Knight.
contenders are in the mid
I
card.
feel like L.A. Knight won't win the Money in the Bank, but he will still find a shot and go after John Cena. That's one person else I can see right now that still got that crowd behind him. And if it's like I said, but Cody's in that facing him right now, so I feel like Cody will be there. But they got like a few shows in Night of Champions and the Saturday main event in July. And beyond that, they building up to SummerSlam. So I mean, what are we doing there?
I don't know because they ain't got no one on this roster. Well, I'm looking at his roster. Did WWE do a good job building up the top card position?
I mean, like I said, they got some contenders, yeah. And that's
But
why I feel like Solo's right there.
do you really feel like
Solo Jacob, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, LA Knight. Those
we talk about how Solo doesn't have a big win under his belt? You can't convince me Solo can get a world title shot at this point.
I know that's what I'm saying. He's winning Money in the Bank. That's why I feel like I hit
Well,
Money in the Bank.
okay, so you got him winning Money in the Bank.
Yeah, that's why I
Okay,
said LA Knight's losing. And if it's not Cody Rhodes, it's LA Knight. Because the other two I just named, they don't want it right now with Cena. They don't feel like Cena is worth going after right now for some reason. They still got the world championship, so he's worth
But
going
do
after
they
the
even
league.
fit into the Cena story? Because
They,
Cena, the
they
last
don't.
time is now. So it's like, does Ron are okay. Going down the list here, Cody because he was a champ,
Mhm.
Randy Orton because they were a rivalry,
Oh yeah,
R
yeah.
Truth because that was his childhood friend. So it seems like there's at least a theme of people who have some relation to Cena. I
Hmm.
can't imagine LA Knight would feel like such an odd man out in that match. He's like, why is he getting? I feel like people are like, why is he getting shot? That's what it sounds like. I don't know. I had to see how
But
it plays.
yeah, you gotta see how it plays out. Because I mean, Cena can do his promo and run down the fans and say, "I need competition." That
And
music
then
hit for LA
LA Knight
Knight,
hits.
and the crowd will go crazy.
I feel
And
like
it,
Cena, no, because you know what Cena's going to do? He's going to undress him in front of the crowd. He is going to give him a promo and is going. I don't think that's going to be good. LA Knight can't go promo to
but
promo in
that's
front of
that's
people.
up to LA Knight to come back right back at him. He did
Yeah,
it
but
with
he
He did it
can't.
with Roman.
But no, okay. And you look what in that hurt Roman. It didn't help him. It helped. See, it ain't like LA Knight's a young man. We
I
ain't got
know.
time for LA Knight to bounce back from that. So it's like I don't want to put him in that position if it's not necessary.
I get you.
Because he's going to
Yeah,
undress him and make him sound like a one-trick pony. And Austin Theory still hasn't recovered.
yeah, but Austin Theory, I don't know if he's good as LA Knight on the mic.
LA Knight ain't that good on the mic. LA Knight is just like a catchphrase. He is
Oh,
the
I think he
2000.
did. Go ahead.
LA Knight is like a catchphrase where he's good and he's funny. And he can say a couple words, but I mean, we're like going for real. He ain't touching Cena like at
Oh,
all.
a lot of people ain't touching Cena. I don't know what you want me to say. Cena's the goat, but
Okay.
I know
I
you
don't,
was gonna
okay,
like
we'll
that
see. I don't
one.
know. Maybe I'm wrong. Someone in the comments tell me, would you be interested in seeing LA Knight versus Cena as the next matchup at any point during the last Cena run? Maybe it's
Yeah,
just how I see it.
but
Maybe I'm wrong.
like I told you before, I have Cody going for John Cena at SummerSlam and Cody getting that belt back.
At SummerSlam?
Yeah, that's what I said. Been saying. I've said for months.
Okay. All right. Well, let's book it. SummerSlam. That's what you got. What is that? September?
No, August. I'm assuming. It
I could
should
look
be
it up real
August.
quick. But all right, you got SummerSlam.
Yeah.
All right. Well, other than that, was there anything else in regards to?
First Money in the Bank. Nah. We like I said, we went through all the Money in the Bank past winners and did our predictions, so we good on that.
Oh,
But
August 2nd to the 3rd. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, August 2nd, SummerSlam. So we talk about SummerSlam, but let's talk about some glam. The glamorous
Oh,
one. Miss Mariah May has showed up in WWE, more specifically, showed up in NXT
so I
this,
had
this
to
past
ask.
Tuesday.
Did anyone really think she was going to go to the main roster?
I did.
Ooh.
I actually thought she was gonna show up on Monday Night Raw. I felt like she fitted right in Monday Night Raw because Raw needed more than SmackDown, I believe. But
Yeah.
NXT, I feel like she's not gonna be there a long time. I feel like she will get NXT title from JC Jane, and that's just how it's gonna go. She's gonna be there just as long as Ricky Saints and Stephanie and Julia were.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think anyone who comes to WWE is going to go through mostly NXT unless they're a particular case. Mariah May never appeared to be that case. I always thought she was going to be in NXT. I didn't think it'd be a bad thing
Yeah,
because some people look at NXT as developmental. But for the case of a Julia, Stephanie, Ricky, and even Ethan Page, I think it's also a assimilation,
yeah,
getting you equipped to the WWE style of wrestling. So
right.
that's why people go to NXT. Plus, I don't care what anyone says. I think they learned their lesson from the Jade Cargill experiment. Don't just be bumping people up to the main roster because it may not work out as well as you think it does. We might need
Yeah.
to ingratiate them into our system.
I mean, depending on who you are, because I mean, Penta and JC Mateo or Jeff Cobb didn't go to NXT. They went straight to the main roster. So I
Well,
don't depend on your experience, I guess.
well with JC. I mean, it's the Samoan thing. Even though he's not necessarily
He's
Samoan,
more.
he's hold on. Even though he's not Samoan, he's still Polynesian. And guess what? He
Okay.
fits in that look.
Okay.
And then with Penta, I mean, I don't know. That dude's a license to print money. You ain't wasting that in NXT.
Yeah, everybody fell in love with Penta, man. They love the mask, love the entrance, love the walk, and then
Yeah,
his wrestling is amazing. So
and he probably read that deal like I'm not going to NXT.
right, and he's a smooth operator, as they call him.
That's what they say.
but yeah, she showed up at NXT, showed up in the spotlight, literally, because you had all the women of NXT, the main women of NXT, you know,
Fighting and
yeah, you had
brawling and
chaos going on, yeah, going back and forth. JC Jane and crew in there bragging about, oh, everybody was shocked, jaws to the floor, but not me. I expected this. I was ready for this, and so like I said, I was shocked. And I mean, I can't lie. I didn't think she really deserved it. I mean, but she said she's been putting in the work and she's been ready. So I mean, it is what it is. I still think she's gonna be a transitional champion just to get to Mariah May. But even though I think Jada Parker deserves it, but that's another
everybody wants to
story.
get it. I know she'll
Yeah,
still get it eventually.
yeah, but
Um,
her or Last Legend, I mean, something. Give me something. But I mean, I still like Mariah May. I think Mariah May did great work in AEW with her was short 1 year, 1.5 maybe year run at AEW. She still did great work with Tony Storm, but her character is not fully fleshed out. You can say you're a glamorous one, but give me more than that, a little bit more than that. Um, so we'll see what they still call her the glamorous one here in WWE and NXT. So we'll just see how they push her. Because she can talk, she can wrestle. So I see great things in the glamorous one's future.
well,
Yeah,
I'm glad you do. I'm glad someone does. Some people aren't too sure yet. I mean, it's kind of mixed reactions. I'll tell you one thing: AW fans kind of turned on her really quickly. Some of them online. She was that
Oh,
good anyway.
oh, you a lie. You
I
a
love seeing
lie.
those kind of. I'll
You a
admit,
lie.
when wrestling fans' favorite wrestler jumps ship to another company, I don't care what
Yeah.
anyone says. I find it entertaining to see the whole. Well, they weren't that good anyway. I don't know. That is amazing to me. All of a
Yeah.
sudden, Edge ain't that good. Mercedes wasn't that good. Mariah May ain't that good. Ricky Starks ain't that good. Aleister Black was just weighing down Brody King.
No, get out of here. Bro, Key still ain't doing much. He having good matches on AEW, but he still ain't
Either
really
way,
going nowhere. But yeah.
I like it. I don't know. I think it's hilarious. I remember Andrade left AEW and went back to WWE. People were like, well, you know what? Don't matter because we got Roosh. Roosh just now made it back on television on Fighter Fest. He's kind of just been dunking the dungeons of ROH or wherever. I find that stuff hilarious. Now I can't wait to see more of how Mariah May was a waste of time in AEW, although she was part of the biggest story in AEW.
Yeah.
Love to hear
I
this
don't,
stuff.
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I'm surprised she left so fast, but it's probably what she want to be. And she said she's finally. She did an emphasis on that. Finally, finally here at WWE. So we'll
I mean, if
see.
you check her post in the past, she's a big WWE fan.
I mean, I feel like most people are who wrestling fans, you WWE fans, man. You watch
Well,
WWE for the most part.
you
Yeah,
may
I mean,
have you may have an affection for WWE, but to say you're a fan is two different things. Like I've been watching WWE all my life. I don't know if I'll say I'm a fan of WWE. I appreciate what they do. I'm a fan of wrestling, and WWE happens to be in that realm, so I definitely watch it.
okay. I feel you, but I mean, I don't know. I just think she's gonna do great things. It's a great move, and like I said, AEW has the women over there. That leaves another spot open for them, to move up from where Mariah May was, and
That's true. They got Mina Shirakawa. She just recently signed. Plus, they just brought in the Spider Lady.
yeah, I still don't know her name. That's why I call her the Spider Lady, because she do that walk and twist of her body,
Yeah, right. It's actually
and
pretty cool she does that. But I hate that
yeah,
her first thing was with why do people got to be beating up Jamie Hayter? We're gonna get to that in a moment. Why Jamie Hayter got to be getting all the smoke from these people coming back? She got the smoke from Sky Blue. She getting it from this lady. Mercedes is dogging her name. I want justice for Jamie Hayter.
yeah. I really thought Jamie Hay was gonna win the Owen tournament and fight Tony Storm. That would have worked for me, and I want to see Athena versus Mercedes. But
Yeah, they already blew
I
their load on that one, so that ain't
yes,
happening
I don't know
anymore.
what Jamie does. I don't know what Athena does if they do anything
Oh,
at all in.
Athena's
But
going back to Ring of Honor. Thanks for your
yeah,
services. Now
all
go back to the
right,
dungeons.
all right. Basically, that's what it is. But Mercedes and Tony is building up to be a really big match. It could main event depending on certain results of other matches, but we'll.
Oh, that is right. We did talk about that. Just get to that point. If Hangman loses, that means that match is not the main event. That's
It
what we're
better
saying,
not.
right?
Yeah, it better not be the main event if Hangman is supposed to be losing.
Oh man, I don't know. Ooh. I got Hangman losing.
I know you do because you stuck on this Darby Allin kick.
I'm not stuck on it. I'm just telling you how the story is playing out. The story is
I
written for Darby to win. That's it. That's all I'm saying. It ain't
yeah.
my story. I'm just telling you how it plays. Don't get mad at me because I'm reading the book. What you want me to do? What you want me to do about it?
I ain't mad at you. I'm just saying I just don't agree with what you're saying. I don't agree with what you think is gonna be going
Look,
on. I
I
just
hated
think
the cat in the hat leaving the house a mess too, but I ain't get mad at the person reading the book to me. That's Dr. Seuss. He know that.
I can't
I
on,
get
man.
you.
Hold on. Okay, I don't know. I think Hangman, the thing he got going on with Osprey and Swerve, that build up is building up to, like I said last episode, last stream, a Cody X moment. It's
Oh,
a it's a finish. Like, speaking of books, it's a finish the story moment.
oh, that ain't Hangman's story.
It is a story.
That is not his story. His
Oh, get
story
out of
of
here.
self-redemption is going to have to be taught without the title because he think it's
Uh,
going to be the answer. It's not. You know what? I would take that back. If he does win the title, it would be a fascinating story to see him understand that that's not the thing that he needs. That would actually be fascinating to look at. But I think it'll also be fascinating to see him not win it and then having to deal with the guilt of letting AEW down because Will Ospreay, no pressure, is putting all this pressure on his back. Like, oh, you got to win it for AEW.
yeah. Well, he said he gonna have his back like he had on Dynamite, well, on Fighter Fest.
Well, he's only one person. The Death Riders are like 5 people.
I know, but do you not think that Swerve will eventually have Hangman's back?
I think if he comes out there and he decides, he'll probably renege on it. I don't know. Actually, I don't know how it's going to play out because Will Ospreay is going to be like, "What are you doing, bro?" And Swerve's going to be like, "I'm just worried to watch a match. I got my ticket.
Oh God.
Got my ticket."
Oh man. I
I
don't know.
don't know.
I'm really intrigued on how they build this up because I love the feud between Swerve and Adam Page, and so it's going to take a whole lot for them to get on the same page. No pun intended, but so I'm very interested in the weeks that building. They got a few. They got a lot of weeks, but if Swerve does do it, he doesn't need to do it to like either the last episode before All In or second to last episode. They need to build it all the way up to that because of the rivalry they've had and continue to have. Like I said, it just got to take a lot. Just like it took a lot for Bobby Lashley to get MJF in the Hurt Syndicate for some doggone reason. We're gonna talk about Matt Dadden in just a second.
But
Because
that was a
Lord,
business decision. That was a business decision. This is
yeah,
more of a personal
we're
decision.
gonna talk about it. I mean, this
Yeah.
is almost a business decision too, because it's the business of AEW.
Well, I mean, the business of AEW is going to be fine.
Will
What that
it?
got to do with Swerve? Swerve got his
Will it?
contract.
I know. I don't know. That's just the business of them wanting the title back in the visual.
Oh, well, hold on a second. Swerve will sit here and tell you, I had John Moxley beat until the Young Bucks beat me. Why I got to
Yeah,
help Hangman? Hangman can't beat Moxley. That's a Hangman problem. I can
yeah.
beat Moxley. Let
I
me get
mean,
another shot at it.
yeah. That's his thoughts right now. But I'm saying that's why I want to see how they build this up and give me a good reason why Swerve will help Hangman.
Hangman, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. If he does, he does. I don't know. I got Moxley winning.
I ain't gonna lie about this. I'm going for Adam Page, but it's something in me, man, that wants Moxley to win. I don't know why.
Want Moxley to win. Look at you.
It's something in me because you got all the people trying to gang up against. I know he got the Death Riders and whatnot, but I don't know. I just all the people trying to gang up and beat him. It's just like I said with Roman. It's something in you that want Roman to still get that win. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, not against Cody. I didn't. Not
Well,
both niggas. I wanted Cody to.
Oh, you wanted both of them?
Hell yeah. Cody was the chosen one. You was supposed to beat Roman. Kind of makes you wonder if Cody never signed with WWE, who do you think would have beaten Roman?
Ooh.
If Cody never came back, who do you think it would have been?
Dang, that's a question right there, boy.
Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you
Drop
think
your
would
thoughts
have
in them
won
comments,
if Cody had
because
come back?
immediately come to my mind is Seth Rollins or LA Knight.
What? LA
Those
Knight.
I'm just saying those are two that
You,
came to mind because
okay,
y'all talking
here's
about
the
how
issue.
hot he was
Okay, here's the
and
thing.
his reaction he still gets.
I know. Here's the thing. Here's how I'm gonna help you understand how I view LA Knight.
Okay.
LA Knight is Joe Hendry. Does
Oh
that make sense?
sheesh.
That's how I view LA Knight.
Okay.
He's
And
over. Yeah, he's over. But
yeah,
it's like,
yeah. I'm just saying I ain't like I say I'm the biggest fan of LA Knight, but I'm just saying with how hot he was at the moment especially when he was going against Roman Reigns. I feel like they should have did that. It was cool what they did. It was
well, I
a
mean, what
crown
Sheamus?
jewel or whatever.
What about Clash of Castle? They almost had me thinking Drew was gonna win that title.
I really thought the Drew was gonna win that too. Drew's in that conversation too. He could
He
have been
had
the
a chance.
one.
Yeah, he had a chance though.
Yeah, but I mean,
It should have been Finn because he had his theme song playing. Should have been the Demon. But we
oh
won't
yeah,
get into
that was one of I hated that match. That was one of the worst matches I saw in Roman Reigns' title reign.
That's fair.
I did not like how he beat Finn.
All right. I don't want to get too much into it. That's just
Yeah.
hypothetical. But nonetheless, going back to it, you want Moxley to win. So just go ahead and say Moxley will win.
No,
because
I'm
you
saying
don't
it's
wanna
something.
get your
I
hopes up.
want Adam Page needs to win, but it's just like I said, just something little small thing. I mean, it's like because I'm a Moxley fan, and like I said, the Shield to the death of me.
Needs
But,
to win. Needs to win. Hangman doesn't need to win.
No, yeah, he do.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he do. But
No,
I just saying,
this is a
there's
want.
something in me, but want Moxley, but it's all good.
All right. Well, we have that. So we got that in the books. One of the other matches that are happening at All In.
Oh,
got it. Look at it. Microphone was excited.
Woo.
Too excited.
It's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be a good one, boy.
Hey, one of the best in the world. You have the winner takes all. Okada versus Kenneth Omega.
Oh man.
So this is the match everyone's been waiting for, right? This is this isn't technically a dream match because we got like 5 of them we can go back in the past and look at.
Right, and they went on about 75 minutes.
Seriously, right?
Shout out to the ambassadors.
Yeah, he loves that match. Make sure you set an entire day aside. It's like watching Lord of the Rings.
I'm trying to tell you, boy, Lord, but it was still a great match as far as what I saw in the highlights. But yeah, I don't know. It's a dream match for a lot of people, but for certain people, I don't know because I don't know how Okada has been built up in AEW. I don't think he's built up as he was in New Japan.
No, he's not that same Okada. But he's still, I'll say this though, like when he turns it on, he's that Okada. It's just he hasn't had to turn it on.
Right, but I think he definitely will for this match because, like I said, him and Kenny got the most chemistry anybody can have. I feel like so. I'm very looking forward to the match. You called this match maybe a year ago. I don't.
Yeah, seriously, I called this a long time ago.
You called this a long time ago.
How did it? So here's my question. We talk about their matches, their history, the length of it. Over under this match, 30 minutes. Over under.
Oh shoot, over 32 minutes.
Oh, okay, you got 2 extra minutes. I'm doing the under.
Really?
27 minutes.
Oh, okay.
This is gonna be a long card.
I know they're gonna try to put all kind of matches on this, but that it don't need, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't want to see FTR fight Nigel McGuinness again.
Oh no,
that was such
a. I love it. AEW is so great, but it's just like I said, come on, you got these matches that could just be happening on Dynamite or Collision, man, on these pay-per-views.
That match,
stop it.
Collision. That's some of those. I do appreciate the wrestling just for a fair compare and contrast. I was looking more forward to All In than I was at Saturday night's main event or Backlash.
Yeah,
because it was a full wrestling show, and I knew with WWE I was going to get an ad sponsor, and this match is brought to you by that type of stuff, right? And it's nothing. That's not the issue. It's just that I know with AEW I'm going to get really good wrestling, and since I know the stories, they don't have to really take too much time with the recaps. It's just boom, boom, boom match. So it's
like I said, flow. It does, but it's just some matches they just should have. Like they just
didn't
put. Yeah, they didn't need it. That's what they always do that on pay-per-views. But I guess they always try to give you a money's worth because you have to pay the $50 or whatever it was.
So
not
I
necessarily.
get that. And I respect that. No, I respect it. You're paying $50, maybe more or less, depending on what your service is through.
Yeah,
Maybe much less, depending on how your means are met. But
right.
in the end of it, they do give you your money's worth if you enjoy wrestling.
Yeah. So I
Okay, so
mean, it is what it is. Um, as far as the other thing I want to talk about, and we like touched on it earlier about this MJF and this
oh
doggone Hurt Syndicate.
yeah, so this past Dynamite Fighter Fest, which was a really excellent show, but gets in this segment, you did
Yeah.
have a whole promo with MJF and MVP. Share your thoughts. How do you feel about the new Hurt Syndicate and the dynamic of MJF in this group?
From the
You sound
beginning,
excited.
no, I'm not excited for this. From the beginning, I didn't like it, and I still don't like it. I try to let stuff play out, man, but with MJF continuing to say, "I want my world title back," and MVP building up Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin like they the best tag team ever in life, like best tag team universe. No tag team could beat them. It's cool, yeah, they got the tag team titles, but I just can't see Bobby Lashley as just that.
Tag team champion, especially
Yes,
in a dead tag team division. Mind you, the Hurt Syndicate has not done anything to help this tag team division. So it's like
right.
they're walking around with titles that almost mean nothing.
And they pretty much saying it because MVP saying there's no tag team on this roster or in this business could beat these two. I thought it was gonna bring somebody else that could possibly do it, but they brought out Commander, Michael Knight, and Mr. Cobra Kai.
That's the Cobra Kai.
Yeah, that's all. That's all.
Speedball.
A speedball Mike Bailey is to me, Mr. Cobra Kai. Um, like I said, he cool, but that's all. I just can't get that out of my mind. He's the '80s, Karate Kid. Basically. Russell Paul saying tag team wrestling is dead. Oh, I know you.
That's a bit much.
Right, I figured you might agree with that, Professor.
A little bit, but I mean that's a bit. Look, SmackDown had a good run. They had a great show with tag
Yeah,
teams.
yeah, I feel like pretty good. Now that they got the doggone Wyatt 6 messing it up a little bit, but that's a whole nother story.
It's just not good in this. It's not in a healthy state, but it's somewhat there.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just see Bobby Lashley is world champion written all over him, and for him to be on the side of MJF's, continue to say, "Oh, I'm getting my world championship back." Why would Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin help him to do that?
Because I don't know. That's the thing I don't understand either. Because you figure with Bobby, he would want to be world champion. As big as he
Right.
is, that you figure that'd be his MO. Or at least make an attempt to go forward. I can understand if he doesn't win it. I'm not saying he has to win it, but at least show an appreciation. Or you just came there to have a strap around your shoulder. Is that
Right.
why you're
No.
here?
But I mean, the strap should be the world championship. If it's any strap, and you say you here to dominate, have the tag team titles and the world championship around your waist.
That would help.
I mean, come on. But not to come help MJF for what reason? Oh, because Montel Vatellia's supporter had history with him and likes him, and Shelton Benjamin think he's funny.
I don't know what Bobby gets out of it.
I don't know.
What does Bobby get out of it at this point?
Nothing. Oh, okay. Oh, MJF hurt top flight or whatever. Oh, that proves something, man. No, bro. I don't care what you do. You ain't getting me the world championship.
The crew beat Top Flight, so I don't know what's that supposed to mean. Everyone, the crew, by the way, who is Leo Rush and Action Andretti,
right?
That's the team,
right? Like, and
that's a garbage team.
I don't know, man. You up there laughing at other tag teams, but I don't know. I feel like they're making Bobby Lashley settle right now, and it's just like, and he backing MJF, and it just annoys me, man.
Hey, when you getting paid millions and millions of dollars, and your boss tells you, "Hey, man, you got to work that hard," what you gonna do?
Nah, man. But it's just what you want, though. I mean, it's different. My boss is different.
You didn't answer that question. I know that.
I ain't messing with you, man. I'm just saying. That's how I feel like Okada is right now. He's settling right now. He's settling right now. He getting that money.
He carried the whole company on his back for 8 years. You doggone right he about to take a vacation while getting paid.
Right. He's still holding the title. Um, I don't know. I just see much more for Bobby Lashley, and backing MJF is not it right now. And MJF are not even in contention for that title. And he about to fight Mystical. We got that going on. That's all I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, he's got that coming up pretty soon at the next all big event they're gonna do on Dynamite next week.
Okay.
AEW's been putting on some so kind of on a sidetrack here, a little bit of discourse in WWE with the fan base because of the releases and people not happy with some of the products. Some people, right? Not a lot of people. Could this be AEW's opportunity to try to come in and try to get some of these disenfranchised fans and try to increase their product to some degree?
Yes. It's a perfect time because a lot of people mad, like I said, mad about the releases, mad about all that, and some people just mad how Triple H books, period. And so, and this is,
I mean, I even
and
find it a little questionable.
yeah, but you got um these three who should lead your company right now, and Swerve, Heyman, and Osprey, and so they should be making a big out of those three and let them lead and put on these great matches like they always do, but make it a story and capitalize on this story. That's why I said, hey, Adam Page needs to win this match because that's capitalizing on a big story, finishing a story, and leading to something else.
I
Because you need you always need a big story, and this is your WrestleMania all in. It's your time. You get the
I
biggest
hear you.
show of the year. Make it big. Get that big win. Your biggest your biggest big face, like we say, the main character on your show. Give him that world championship and lead it into a new future for y'all. Nobody is liking what the Death Riders are doing right now. Even though I'm a Moxley fan, it's not the best story right now. But he's has a vice grip on the championship and has it in their briefcase, and we want to see the championship. And I like Adam Page.
I hear you. I hear you. I like Adam Page too. And I think Will Ospreay can be the face of a company. I will say I
Yeah,
really enjoyed Will Ospreay on this past episode of Dynamite. His interactions with the Hurt Syndicate, his promo in the ring. In the end of it, I liked the Will Ospreay character. I know I said I couldn't define it outside of him being a wrestler, but I still enjoyed it. Champion's Corner, that's us.
it must be Sean on here.
Oh, okay.
And the
President
time,
Bennett is right. And if what? And if Tony Khan can
hold up,
write a show that is not just for his enjoyment.
but for
You
the
know what?
masses, it's a big
So here's
opportunity
the
to
thing.
capitalize.
This narrative that Tony Khan only writes a show for his enjoyment, I feel like that's a hollow statement from the standpoint of they don't respect the hardcore wrestling fan. Like the hardcore wrestling fans are probably 600,000 in total, but that's who Tony
Mm,
Khan books for. All
yeah,
right, those arenas, they have people in there. They're called the sickos. He's not booking for himself. He is booking a show that he, as a wrestling fan and fans like him, enjoy. He's booking for the Dave Meltzer fans. He's booking for some of the New Japan fans. He's booking for those Lucha Libre fans. They may not be the sports entertainment fans, but he's dude. There are people who appreciate Tony Khan's booking. I don't because I feel like it's getting better, but there's
yeah.
holes in it. But I mean, who's a good? No one's a perfect. No one is perfect at it. All right,
No, they not.
you're gonna
But
always bet lower than 1,000. Yeah,
yeah, like I said, it just depends on what you like. I don't know,
that's true.
but
It does come down to what you like.
yeah,
That's true.
but you running a business at the same time, and yeah, you do have to reach more people than you reaching.
Yeah, I will say. He had a tweet. There was a guy. I don't know. I can't find the tweet. Someone posted, "Oh, all these just franchise WWE fans. I don't know. Should we let them in?" And Tony Khan replied, "Please, no gatekeeping, sir. Everyone can enjoy AEW."
Right?
I don't like. I don't even like the fact that someone even typed that. That's
That's
stupid.
stupid.
But it does come down to do you enjoy it? Because AEW they do a lot of that indie rific stuff, and it's like if you're not into indie rific wrestling, it ain't for you. I
Yeah,
mean, it ain't sports entertainment, but you'll get jokes. But it ain't like WWE where it's structured character development. It is more of a wrestling show. that happens to have people on it that may have personalities.
Yeah. How did you feel about Osprey saying if we suck right now, it's because of you,
Who?
Moxley? That's what Osprey
Oh,
said.
Moxley.
Yeah, because the only reason AEW sucks right now is because you had a championship. I didn't like him saying that.
Well, you see, it's a funny thing to that. So this goes to the whole point of what I'm saying about Tony Khan booking for a particular audience. Because
Mhm.
believe it or not, I don't know how it works, but apparently the numbers are really up for AEW with Moxley as champion. This
Really?
Death Rider story has actually done them justice. I don't know how these metrics work. It has something to do with HBO Max. I don't know,
Yeah.
but apparently this stuff does work,
That might be a big help to HBO Max right now.
right?
I don't like I said, I don't know how they counting it though. I really don't know how they
I
counting it.
don't know either. But I mean, that whole narrative about what I was saying about WWE booking for the fan, that's a narrative that most people are saying that he only books for himself. That's just an online narrative in general, not to any individual. So it's like the thing we all have to take in consideration is Moxley ruining AEW? I don't know because like I said, the numbers are good somewhere, and we're all anticipating of someone beating them. We talk about if Adam Page beats him, that's going to be a big moment for him, right? I
Yeah.
talk about if Darby Allin wins, that's going to, in the end of it, whoever beats Moxley is going to be a big moment. So it's like, is it the worst thing in the world? I'll give you this example. In the NBA, we haven't had a back to back winner since the Warriors.
Yeah.
And that was like 2019, 2018. And the ratings have been going down ever since. I can make an argument that as much as people hate dynasties in sports, dynasties actually bring in more ratings and more viewers because you have someone to tune in and root against or root for.
Yeah. And that's what wrestling is.
Yeah, so it's like you have that dominant champion. I don't know. Maybe it's good for business.
Right. This is, and like I said, just like Roman had the belt so long, and some people want to lose it, but a lot of people want him to keep it also.
Yeah,
But like I say, you we was just talking about that. If Cody wasn't the one, who would be the one?
it'd probably be Seth.
Yeah, that's all. Like I said, I think like we said because like I
It'd
said,
probably be Seth,
Roman still hasn't beaten Seth one on
right?
one.
That's the one. But I mean that's the thing, right? Roman was on top with the bloodline. You heard a lot of people say they hated it, but you know WWE was doing major numbers with it.
Major.
So it's like I don't know. The issue with the Moxley Death Riders was that it was just spinning his wheels in the beginning, but now it's
Yeah.
actually more interesting than it was when it first started.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more interesting.
Because it's like they changed
The
his
competition,
yeah changed his they changed his purpose.
yeah, they did do that
Uh,
too.
So the only bad thing they kind of doing right now still is not showing the belt because I think like I said they need if people new viewers showing watching this they were like who's the champion? Where's the belt? He ain't got no belt. How he the champion?
What? What you want to see? What you need to see it for, huh? I'm right here. What you need to see the title for? And you want to see the title? He's a look at Claudio. That's the champion. All right.
Yeah.
I'm the champion.
Right. I don't know, but we gonna see, man. Like I said, I mean, I'm doing a lot of things like AEW has going on, but like I said, they just need to keep this going. They need
If
to go on this momentum, go all in, finish the story, quote unquote.
and
And like I
have
said,
Tony Storm win. Is that not the story we're talking about?
no, I
Oh,
mean no, but that's a great story too because I love Tony Storm, man. But I don't know, that's tougher to pick Mercedes and Tony.
it
Which,
is tougher
like I
to
said,
pick, right?
which, like I said, that could also main event all in.
But luckily, we don't have
Um,
to do predictions. We're
not
not
yet,
doing that for
not
them.
yet. We ain't no predictions just yet
No,
on all in. We got some time, but so I don't know who I want to win that. But oh, and Osprey and Swerve fighting next week though. I forgot to mention that
yeah, that was, what are they fighting for?
Osprey
Just cause?
he called Swerve out because how Swerve's acting right now, and you know they had that like I said they
Yeah,
fought
backstage
backstage.
scuffle. I mean, that's fighting
Yeah,
words. I
so
can see that. Yeah. You think Hangman's going to be involved?
yeah, I mean, like I said, it's this is that build up between them three, and then Moxley just right there in the background looming.
Well, he's the one with the target on his back.
Yeah, he's looming in to see what's going on and pay attention to what's going on and make his plan going into All In.
You know what? If Ospreay was really that determined to win the title, how come he couldn't just be Hangman?
Hey man, hey man's the one. He's Neo.
Is he? Oh, hold on, Neo. Whoa, hold on a second. No, I don't know about that. I don't know about all all that now.
You know what I'm saying?
Hangman is, I
Neo?
still like Hangman. No, because it's Darby.
Oh God.
He's the Neo of the
Yo,
story.
yo, chat, man. Come on, man. How y'all feel about Darby Allin winning the world
Darby is
championship?
the Neo of the story. He's the one that's here to take. He's the savior of AEW.
No, bro.
Hangman lives in the AEW world, but Darby Allin is of the AEW world. I gave the example last week. Hangman is Dorothy, but Tin Man is part of Oz. Scarecrow is part of Oz. That's what Darby is. He's actually of Oz. Hangman is just Dorothy lost in the land of Oz.
Man. Nah, Dorothy need to get that belt home.
We'll see. The Evil Witch, the house ain't fell on the Evil Witch yet.
Nah, not yet. Yeah, yet.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see that and more out, but we got Money to Make coming on this weekend, so please tune into that. We're gonna do our watch along like we always do for the shows, and we're gonna have our predictions award. See who wins that. I think I'm gonna be the winner, but
We'll see.
I don't know. I'm always
it's only 4 matches.
I was surprised. I thought it was 5. I feel like they could add one more. I don't know what it will be, but I mean, I assume a tag match or something like that. But either way, we'll see.
So I don't know. I feel like those Money in the Banks are either those Money in the Banks will be really long, or that tag match in the end is going to be really long. Is that the main event?
What, tag match?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think that's gonna be? Well, he's got Cena. Probably would be the last match, huh?
Right. Yeah, he like Cena's on the poster. So I mean, Cena's been on like every poster this year, ain't it?
Yeah.
I feel like Cena's been on all of them. They really doing this farewell tour with him on everything. I don't know, but we see. But yeah, check us out for that. Check out the merch shop. Appreciate your Barry for that. I think we got a new shirt on there right now. We'll show that on the watch along. You see that on the watch along, or you could go right now to the merch shop. It is right down in the description, or on Champion'sCornerPodcast.com. So check all that out. But yeah, check us out Saturday for the watch along. But this has been your favorite host, Ron G, Mr. Highlights, and the professor. Say goodbye to the people.
Have a good night, everyone. Like and subscribe.
Peace.
Bye-bye.